Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video on my channel. Recently I'm receiving multiple questions about attaching a cooled dedicated astrophotography camera to the Askar SQA55 telescope. Therefore I made the decision to finally share a tutorial video with you about attaching a cooled dedicated astrophotography camera to the Askar SQA55 telescope. So as you know, the SQA55 is a very portable and very good telescope for astrophotography, and therefore right now a lot of people are using this telescope for widefield astrophotography, and for sure attaching a cooled dedicated astrophotography camera is something that most of you are planning to do. Therefore in this video I'm planning to share that with you how to do so. When planning to attach a cooled dedicated astrophotography camera to the Askar SQA55 telescope, it's first of all very important to mention that we have to achieve a back focus of 55mm. So that means the distance between the end of the telescope and the sensor of the camera. So 55mm is the distance that we have to achieve. When planning to use this telescope, it's not that important. So you can use a different range as long as you reach focus. The back focus is good. So that's the special design of this telescope. But nevertheless, I'm always planning to achieve the normal 55mm of back focus, because that's the distance that you usually need for telescopes, and therefore I'm planning to achieve that distance with this telescope as well. But now let's talk about how to do that. So first of all, at the back we do have this cover. So first of all we have to remove that. So here we go. So in order to achieve these 55mm, you will get different spacer rings when planning to buy the ASI533 MC Pro, for example. So first of all we do have this spacer ring, which is a 16.5mm spacer ring, and additionally I do have this one, which is a 21mm spacer ring. And when attaching them all the way together, we can already attach both adapters at the back of this telescope. So here we go. Let's do that. Here we go. So now these two adapters are already attached to the telescope. So far we have not reached the 55mm of back focus, therefore we need another one. So here we go. So this is the camera. So it's the hope that it's in focus. So it's the ASI533 MC Pro, and when removing this cover at the front, you can already see the sensor of the camera. So here at the front we do have another adapter, which is this one. This one is a spacer ring which has 11mm which has a distance of 11mm. And for sure the sensor of the camera is not attached right at the front of the camera. So as you can see, there's a bit of a distance between the right here and the sensor of the camera, and the sensor. So the distance between the sensor and the front of the camera is 6.5mm. And when adding up all of these distances, we'll achieve the exact 55mm of back focus that we'll need in order to achieve the best possible results in the end. So now we have to attach the camera right at the back of the telescope. And here we go. So now the camera is attached to the Askar SQA55 telescope. We have achieved the exact 55mm of back focus. As I've mentioned, this telescope has a special design, which means achieving the exact 55mm is not necessary. But still, I would recommend that, because it's the distance that I'm usually using for other telescopes as well, and therefore you're definitely not making a mistake with 55mm of back focus. So that's everything I've planned to mention so far. If you're interested in how to attach a DSLR camera to this telescope, feel free to watch this video. I'm planning to upload the video in the upcoming weeks, or maybe I have already uploaded the video. That really depends on which video I started processing first. But this is everything I've planned to mention so far about attaching the ASI533 MC Pro camera to the Askar SQA55 telescope. If you have any further questions about attaching the camera to the telescope, feel free to ask me down below in the comments and I will definitely help you. A question I've received multiple times in the past few weeks and months about this telescope is whether you can really use a full frame camera in combination with this telescope. It's not really about attaching this camera, but that's a question I've received multiple times, and I guess therefore it will be interesting to some of you out there, and that's definitely possible. So I've used this telescope multiple times in combination with a full frame camera, and doing that is definitely possible, and the stars do look relatively good in the edges, so I guess they look perfect. So you can definitely do that, and I definitely recommend to do that when planning to do a bit of widefield astrophotography. So for example, tonight I'm planning to use the Askar SQA55 telescope in combination with the Canon EOS 60A, so it's the astro modified version of the Canon EOS 6D, and I'm planning to use that the combination for capturing an amazing image of the Orion constellation. So I'm planning to include the Orion Nebula, the Horsehead Nebula, and the Flare Nebula. So I guess it will be a great image in the end. So I'm really excited about the image later on tonight. I'll capture 3 to 4 hours of total exposure time. So that's definitely the plan for tonight. But generally speaking, I've used this system multiple times for photographing deep sky objects with a full frame camera. That's very important to mention. Something I forgot about attaching the camera to the telescope. In this case, it's important to use a UV-ER cut filter. That's very important in order to achieve the best possible results in the end. Therefore, I've attached a 2-inch UV-ER cut filter to the telescope. Right now, it's not attached because I wanted to share with you how to attach the camera to the telescope. But usually, when using this system for astrophotography, I'm definitely doing that, and that helps me to really achieve the best possible stars and, generally speaking, the best possible images in the end. So in this case, I've attached a 2-inch UV-ER cut filter. For sure, a smaller filter would be suitable as well, because this camera has a relatively small sensor, but generally speaking, I want to be on the safe side, and therefore I'm right now using a 2-inch UV-ER cut filter. So that's everything I've planned to mention so far about attaching the camera to this telescope. So if you have any further questions about doing that, definitely feel free to ask me down below in the comments, and I will definitely help you. If you would like to further support me, you can now become a member of my channel. Becoming a member of my channel would really support me, and your support really means a lot to me. If this video was interesting and helpful to you, I would really appreciate a like and a subscription. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Clear skies, Felix.